39. Oh man. Yeah, we are we are late. It's my fault. I'm up here telling all these stories. Welcome to Innovation FM, everybody. Hey, as you can see, we have so many things that go over, and something happened recently that it reminded me of something I did back in 2009. I was working with CD Baby, and I just got fed up with CD Baby because things just wasn't going right. I mean, I would put stuff in there, and then it would get my labels wrong and stuff like that. And we didn't have IRA back then, so I just got frustrated. I said, and so I had this friend named Lloyd, who was a friend of my daughter's, and I said, could you come over and help me put together an ad for this one artist? He's a Christian contemporary artist, and so he put together like I don't know, it wasn't like exactly a video, but it was like sort of like a video with the captioning on it and stuff like that. And so I just threw like $40 on that and said, let's boost this. And then all of a sudden it started like just growing and growing and growing and going and getting likes and all that kind of stuff. And I think it was got to the point of like going viral. And then they were streaming that particular song, but it didn't go anywhere. I mean, I didn't have what we have today with hooking up with Spotify or Apple Music or anything like that. So it was just, it went out there, and a lot of people know about this artist, but we didn't get nothing back. And I said, oh man, it's like, and I was so excited because I just jumped right in there and just did it, said, forget CD Baby, whatever. And no IRC codes, no BMI, nothing to track that song at all. And so what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about just things that like you as an artist should do before you either like
Zoom meeting.
put money behind boosting your song on Facebook, or giving it to
Zoom workplace. Google Gemini, Google Chrome. Zoom meeting.
hey, you got me
Hey,
egging. Hey,
Zoom meeting.
guys,
It looks like we're live. Sorry.
yeah. Yeah. So
Buddy, it's our Friday.
yeah, I was just telling the story about 2009 when I made a song go viral, and I didn't do any of the things that we're talking about now.
So are you doing the show?
Alan, you're echoing a lot.
Huh?
You're echoing. Oh,
You're echoing in Alan's space there.
oh yeah.
So Alan's got something going on there.
Okay. Is it still?
Oh, there it is. Now it's gone.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you if you were doing the show from your restroom, because there was some echoing going on, causing a feedback on my.
Yeah. I forgot to put down my mic. My mind is like in so many places today because it's like.
Yeah, that's all right. Mine too. I haven't even gotten my shower yet. It's a good thing they don't have smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision.
This is okay.
So it's our Friday, folks. Got Johnny J in the house. Got our resident time traveler, and Johnny J's our president, station manager for Innovation FM. Where are we at, guys? I'm really sorry I'm late. I totally lost track.
I was losing track too. I was up here a bunch of stories about having hip problems and and all that kind of stuff. It was like, oh.
3 p.m.
By the way,
You guys have been live for a while.
So this is what every artist should do before they release songs to radio. And this goes for, if you're gonna boost your song as well. There's so many good tools out there. It's like I mean, it's so much easier now than it was. Well, I should say in 2009, and it's like
so much easier back even in the 90s. I mean, you would fill out the paperwork, then you would send it in. You'd wait 3 to 6 days, sometimes more obviously because there were legal stuff in place where they had X number of days to go ahead and respond to your paperwork.
Yeah.
So geez, I mean it's crazy.
And one thing we used to do, we had this gospel group called the Determinations, and a lot of people we found out how to shrink wrap their CDs, put the barcode in and shrink wrap it,
Yeah.
and so when they would do a concert, we would go back to the table, and they would just sell these tapes like hotcakes, and it's silly us. We kept the money in a trash bag, you know. And we could have got robbed or anything, man. But well, we figure we were at a church, but whatever. But so that was kind of cool because most churches they didn't know how to package their music in a professional way.
Right.
And we found out that little trick and we did it and man, this stuff was selling like hotcakes. And then of course, let's see, CDs came in, so then we had to figure out that. And then sometimes, oh man, I remember one time you really have push record and play to record stuff, right? I remember I was doing it one time and this girl, and she wanted to be funny. And so we were recording and then we had to push the pause at the end. So she says, boo. And I'm thinking like, and then I hit the
Why did you
pause.
do that?
I'm thinking like, what are you doing? Oh, she says, I'm just playing. I said, I'm here trying to make a recording. Now I got to start over again.
All over.
And I'm thinking like, man, so we learn don't have certain people in the studio who don't understand what's going on. Because,
I tell you, I got a funny story about that, you guys. It was back in '91 when I made my first album. And the band that I was with, shoot, what was their name? I don't even remember what their name was, but I had a really big thing. If you're gonna drink, have a good time. Don't do it before we go into the studio. Don't do it while we're practicing,
right.
We're here to do a job. We're not here to get wasted and play. We want to do that. We sure let's go ahead and get wasted and play, but let's not do that as a band practice, or let's not do this as a studio time is worth. Shoot, I think the first album we made. Oh, this is funny because the first album we made only cost us $1,200
Hmm.
when normally back in those days, it used to cost up to $10,000 to cut a CD, including because vinyl was still out there a little bit, but it was more cassette and CD, obviously, because it was brand new in '91.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, I mean, it was a big fight to get my band members to come into line, man. I mean, and then and then oddly enough, I got real sick in '92, and my bass player was going to take me to the doc, to go get seen. Well, I decided I'd pour down about 7 or 8 hot toddies before he got there.
Jeez.
So, first and only time I ever been fired from a band.
Oh man. That's wow. That's wow. And then we also started like I used to half manage a coffee house, and we had it was when MySpace was around, and
Oh,
man,
yeah.
I wish I wish someone would also come up with another MySpace because we would fill that place, bands upstairs, bands downstairs, but the cops kept raiding us. We were on the 16th Street Mall on Champa and 15th, and we would have lines out the door. And we didn't care. We would mix, we have hip hop upstairs, grunge rock downstairs. And then we have, flip it, and we have Christian rock bands, and we just flip it. So we got ready, and then they had to decide, okay, because I guess one of our baristas served a person without asking for the ID or whatever.
Yeah.
So what we did was we had to put a rope around anyone that was under 20. I think it's under 20. 21 is the drinking age, right? Or is
Yeah,
it
yeah,
18? Yeah. So we have to put a rope around, and you could not leave that rope if you're under uh 21. And it was silly, the things that we had to do in order just to keep it going.
Absolutely.
But it's like, yeah, things happen. Part of one of the first things you need to do is when you get your song ready, and man, I know you're excited because sometimes I hear these songs and man, I'm excited. I just want to get it out there. But you have to do your uh, get with do your the pro sign up, and that's BMI ASCAP. What's it? BMI ASCAP.
SESAC.
That's app. Uh, so that ensures your publisher and your royalties and things of that sort. And that's important because they will track that music. And you give them certain information that they attach to that particular song, and then they know where to go. I go to these meetings with MLC a lot, and Songs Trust and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes they'll say they have these songs, and the metadata is not right. And oh, there's a way to do metadata too. It's a function key on your computer, and you type in the metadata. So when the song it pops into you can do this with MP3s, and then there's a program you can do it with WAV files too. And so when the song is popped in the player, that information comes up, and so they can know your website, name of the song. It tells, like, you could put your phone number in there. You could I always put the ISRC codes in there as well. So if the song goes somewhere, all that metadata goes with it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's like just little things. I mean, stuff like that. I mean, and they don't tell you this stuff. I mean, I can imagine people drop music, thousands of songs all the time, and it's like,
I've been kind of wondering because with Studio One, you can there's this tab you can put metadata in there, but I don't have any idea what you put in. Absolutely no clue.
Well, I'll send you an example. It's just real. It's like you put the number of the track, then the part that you put down the genre, put in the genre because it says genre. Then it says r- like produced by or written by. You put it, whatever that. Then it's like put in the URL. That's like a website. And then it
Right.
said put in a promotional website, which I never do that. I just put in the URL. Then it's a name. This is a place where you can rate the song. And I always rate the songs 5. I just give it a 5. Then it's a place where you can put in metadata if you want it, like tags. And sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. And then there's a place where you can just put in generic stuff. So I put in my name, phone number, the IRSC codes. Then I put in the IRWC codes. And then there's a part where you put in the name of the artist, and then like the name of the album, and then the year.
Mm.
And it's like it's almost like I could almost do it in my sleep because I do it I mean, we've got about 17 artists, and I've done it with all of them. And it's like and it's just,
Up on my computer, buddy.
so yeah, so it's just that part, and it's pretty self-explanatory, and it's just because it's country, it's it's a rock country or Christian, and you can put a slash there and stuff like that, and then it just helps. So when they pop it in, that they see that metadata, and it's like, and it just tracks it. Then when I upload the songs to MediaBase, I always put that in there. And so then when they put their impression on it, then they have the song that has that I want to be passing along to different, like, stations or streaming it or whatever. And I even do that to some of the videos. I'll put the metadata, and it's like it's just as easy to put it in the videos as well. So it's like, but it's just something you just get used to it. And sometimes I wish I had a secretary where I could say, "You do that."
Hey, if
Oh
you guys
man.
like this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Listen, folks, Whereas I'm not all about my dog getting food. I love to give him some food and things like this. Your donations don't go to Alan Colvin to send Alan Colvin to Hawaii. They go to intervisionrecords.org to get folks like you the exposure you require. So visit www.intervisionrecords.org today and check out our donut promo. When you purchase these things, any sort of promo that we got going on, I tell you, like I said, it doesn't send us to Hawaii. It serves you. So
Nuts.
consider doing that today, and you need to get off my lap before you hit the button on my laptop. Stop that.
We now have a new page where I tell people exactly where what the monthly bills and all that kind of stuff, or yearly bills and all that kind of stuff that we pay and stuff like that. And then this next one is this one. Now sometimes I'll use I used to use like CD Baby IRSC codes, and I used to use DistroKid. But then I said, well, I'm going to just get my codes directly, so it's connected to Intervision. So instead of IRSC codes being connected to DistroKid or CD Baby, it's connected directly to Intervision, right? And so sometimes I'll still use the CD Baby, because I mean you get like I don't know how they can keep all these numbers separate. You get about 1,000 of these numbers, and unless you're like a big record company, you're not going to use not even 3% of those numbers.
A lot of folks used to use servers to keep those grounded. A lot of times, though, when you have a server of your own, those servers need to be maintained. So cloud storage is really big, but they nickel and dime you to death when you use any sort of cloud storage based stuff, to where you're paying for the convenience of not having to maintain the server that you're using. But it's 6 of one and half dozen of the other. It's up to you as the station manager, and it's also up to the recording artist or content creator to determine what's best for them and their budget. But like I say, folks, when you make these donations, they go directly to making sure that you're promoted. This is why Johnny has come up with his own IRSC codes to connect directly with Intervision FM or intervisionrecords.org. Now, the only thing I would say on this is, servers are necessary, but they do cost a lot of money, and they get pretty big sometimes, depending on how big they are.
I used to have a server at my house in Brighton, and it was expensive to keep up, power wise, especially.
It's just power.
Yeah, it was expensive to keep running.
Yeah,
and it was an older server now.
Yeah, and the IRSC codes, it's a fingerprint, and it follows that song.
Right.
So they can track it no matter where it's played in the world, and that's when you also when you sign up to do BDS or SoundScan or whatever, that fingerprint it's unique to that song, and so that helps just really track it. And then let's see, the next one is I spelled it. It's supposed to be the UCP code. So if you see that, I don't know if I put it in the subject line, but yeah, and that's and that recently got started. I think they started those barcodes back in the either late 60s or 70s.
Yeah, late 60s is when they started coming out with scanning technology. They had huge barcode scanners at those times. They didn't really start taking over everything until somebody got the bright idea to start putting them in stores on the products. And so if folks will remember back into the early mid 70s, when cash registers, the old style cash registers were still in existence, where I don't know how to explain it. They sounded different. Then beep, beep, they would make a different noise. It would be like a combination of an adding machine and
Yeah.
silverware being ground up on a garbage disposal.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it sounded like to me when I was a little kid.
Right. And so then like when you're low on stock, I mean, that's how they know how when something's like low on stock, they could with that barcode they know. And it's technology, man. Because when we first saw it, it's oh man, how's this gonna work? But then it works to let you know when you're getting low
Yeah.
on your stock.
Runs
So
through a database server.
oh yeah, definitely. And then what's the next one? Number 4. Oh yeah, register with the SoundExchange and then MLC. Okay, this also songstress, but they charge you $100 to register with them, and they're like more of a worldwide kind of thing. TuneCore is pretty good. The way they track the songs in the United States and out of the United States. MLC was set up by the United States government because they were finding they have a data search space, and they're finding out that all these artists had these songs, and once again, the metadata wasn't right, so they didn't know where to give the money. And of course, the big record company says, "Well, if you can't find anyone, we'll take the money."
Right.
You don't want your money, whether it's big or small or whatever. You don't want any money going to the big record companies. They got enough money.
They got enough money.
He's like, so. So Sound Exchange, that they cover like passive play, which is what's that? Sirius XM radio, and what's that? Pandora.
Pandora, yeah.
Yeah, and so you get paid a little bit more, especially. I haven't worked on it yet, but I'm thinking about working on because I know one of the DJs at one of the Christian stations on Sirius, and if you get your stuff spent on there, it goes up into like 100 some odd dollars for a spin.
Right.
And so that way beats out the 1 penny
Yeah.
that Apple gives you, or the half a penny that Spotify gives you. So I'm so like working on because I used to have Sirius, and I used to listen to Howard Stern until he went crazy. Well, he went to the left, the dark side or whatever. But now it's like not, I know people there. We've had him on our show. This one guy, he started up a gospel Christian contemporary show, and then there's another Christian contemporary show on Sirius. And then you have the other stations like Way FM, K Love, and then you have even some like little hip hop stations in Colorado Springs here that have popped up. And there's another one that popped up, and you can barely get the signal. It's in Aurora, and it just started. And I'm not sure how I found it, but I mean, you could just on your AM radio. That's the only way you can. Well, you can get it on the internet too, but if you're in your car and your AM radio, you can. Well, I'm sorry, on your FM uh, receiver on your car, you could, it ducks in and out, but it's maybe they'll fix the signal. But
They
we were
probably just
listening.
have a smaller transponder, probably only 20,000 watts instead of 50,000 or 100,000.
Yeah, and
Plus, if they're in Aurora somewhere, they could be under regulation to not be able to broadcast.
Probably because of Buckley.
Yeah, I bet you that's exactly what it is.
yeah. So you get your stuff signed, and Sound Exchange that will give you. They have the great customer service. It wasn't like that before. I don't know
Really?
what happened, but somebody must have, kicked them in the butt and said, get better customer service, because it used to be like you just have to figure it out. And So I've been in touch with SoundExchange. If I get stuck with something, I said I'm not getting my uploads uploaded and stuff like that. They will actually say, okay, just send it to us, and then they'll do that process. And the
Yeah.
same thing with MLC. Man, they came out in 2002, and I've been trying to get the music uploaded in bulk, and then they really fix up their customer service. And just recently I was able to just easily upload it. So I keep the same template, and so any artist that they put out a new song, I just put it in there, and that's in that template, and upload it, no problem. So, and this, I know this is not the sexiest thing, the paperwork is not the sexiest thing, but down the road, if you should have a song, and for some reason people start listening to it, and I mean, you can't track all the stuff yourself. It's, one day you'll wake up, and you'll see some funds coming in that you didn't have before.
Absolutely.
Now let's see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. We'll talk about number 5. Okay, and I think I already mentioned this. Record the media base, and um the
BDS.
BDS and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and like I said, they and it doesn't take them long. It's something, I think they work from like 9 to 5 Eastern time, and then they're off on weekends, and it doesn't take them that long to upload it. And it's real simple. It's like you have the spreadsheet, and they ask you the same thing, like the name of the artist, the ISRC codes, the length of the song, the UCP codes, and sometimes they ask for the IS IS WC codes, and I think that may be optional too on that one. But once again, that's just letting them know that you're with either BMI or you're with ASCAP and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, and like I said, it's not the most sexiest thing to do, but if you when you do it, and don't procrastinate it. Sometimes I know it's like, if I come out with a new song, I get that stuff all out of the way so I don't have to think about it.
That's right. That's
And it's
right.
like, just so, because I'm not a paper person, but I've learned, just it's one of those old man things you have to do.
Don't
And
forget
then,
to check out Never Derailed on Apple.
yes,
And a bunch of other, he's got a bunch of other stuff. Hey Joe, sorry, or Mike Johnson has got a bunch of other stuff as well.
yeah,
I guess you put out about 4, 5, 6 albums by now.
yeah. And I was listening to the new one you put out, man. That is kicking butt.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I mean,
Thanks.
and you said they're going to be singing it. They want to add it to the
To the
Added
praise.
to praise music in our church, yeah.
That's cool,
yeah.
dude.
Sure,
It seems to me I wrote the lyrics for this, God, over 10 years ago.
Wow.
wow. Well, a good song is a good song, man. Because
Yeah.
I'm up there listening to it. I said, man, so because sometimes I'll just uh, I'll put on my headphones, and I'll just run through the music late at night, because that's when it's the quietest, and I don't have any interruption. So I'll just run the album all the way through. So. And then the last one is the copyright. Now this one, Washington has this thing where you can upload like the song, or you'll upload the lyrics, or you can upload the titles. And I guess it goes from like $35, sometimes like more, but you can like just register a bunch of songs as well. And that's only sometimes people will come back and who was that guy? My Sweet Lord. He had wrote that
George
song, and then
Harrison,
yeah,
yeah.
and then this other guy came out and said, well, that's as close to our song,
The
but
Shondells, or
yeah,
is that who it was? Shondells? I
yeah,
think so.
and so sometimes, if you do go viral, and you get somebody, and they started hearing your song, there's always these haters that come that want to come out and they want to
If they've made
claim the
rulings
song.
on that, though, you can't copyright a chord progression, and that's what they tried to do with George Harrison.
Oh
Right.
man,
Chord progression, you can't
that's
do
great.
that.
Yeah,
How
there's
many,
a lot of
how
stuff.
many songs you know that have chord progressions that is, or even picking progressions? There's
Yeah.
one song, Beyond the Realms of Death, with Judas Priest. That same chord progression is in Fleetwood Mac song and many others too. The
Yeah.
picking pattern, it's they're playing that. Oh no, they aren't.
Yeah, you got
And
so
on the
many.
other hand, when you talk about groups like, what was that one group that wrote "Carry on My Wayward
Oh,
Oh,
Son"?
Kansas.
Kansas,
There we
yeah.
go. That is something that, wow. I don't know if you guys ever tried to play that song. I, to this day, can't get it right, man. It's got
Yeah.
5/4 timing in it. It's got some crazy stuff in there, man.
Oh well. Anyway, so that's what we covered. And if you want a copy of this, just Johnny at innovationrecords.org, and then I can just send you a copy. Just stuff, just keep it in the back of your mind. Um, and it really helps.
For you
So
folks, it's the middle of the week. For us, it's our Friday. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to go ahead and hit up Johnny at intervisionrecords.org. Visit intervisionrecords.org. And if you're out doing some shopping at Walmart, hit them up on the website before you go and pick up your groceries and whatnot. If you do it this way and you visit the Walmart website or the Spark Good Foundation, type in Intervision, and that's going to be your nonprofit that you're going to want to donate your rounded up purchase to. So do that for us. It's not to send us to Hawaii, like I said, it's to support you, the disabled or otherwise financially challenged musician, recording artist, content creator. Oh,
yeah.
one final thing. If it's your want, will, or desire, and you've come to the end of yourself, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 51 is a good place to find a good foundation so that when you seek the salvation of the Lord Jesus Christ, that you got an idea of where to go and why you want to do that thing. It's an easy thing. So if you want to get saved today. It's not smooth sailing, I will tell you that. The adversary will come at you with his with his lies. He's the father of lies. So
Oh yeah.
he'll tell you all kind of crazy things when you jump on that rocket ride.
Oh
But
yeah.
Also keep us in your prayers. They're giving four different
Forecast.
for
paths
typhoon,
that this typhoon is looking at taking, and one of them is direct hit.
yeah.
Jeez.
So
Mike, hey Joe, keep Hey Joe in your prayers.
Definitely.
Opong, it's the typhoon name.
Ofan?
Opong.
All right. All right, well, we'll see everybody. God willing, everybody next week. I'm gonna be on Monday at 3:30, and I'll send out a link to email list and probably put it out on Facebook. I'm gonna be on the Chuck and Julie show, just promoting like what we do here at Innovision. And then I've decided to run again, but I'm not gonna start my campaign until March. But they want me to come in and talk about it now. It's like it's I'm just. I know maybe I should start doing it now, but it's like,
Yeah, definitely you might want to, but yeah, I
yeah,
understand.
yeah. So anyway, so they want me to come on and start talk about that a little bit and uh and then but we'll see. That'd be at 3:30, but we're still gonna be on the show because that will only take me like 5 minutes to do that little segment right there. So anyway, so guys, have a fantastic weekend. And do something fun this weekend.
Yeah, that's right. Stay tuned for Monday's podcast. We're going to have a
Well,
bunch of
yeah,
discography stuff, and we're going to have fun.
and stay dry as well.
Stay
All that
dry,
good.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.